Good
I
evening,
knew you
mortals.
were
I
waiting.
forgot to hit record. We're good. We're good.
God damn it.
Hello. Fox Jorb is not my persona. It's a play on Fox News. What do you mean, where's my background, Blackthor? It's right here, behind me. You can clearly see it. Hello, everyone. Good evening. We're playing
his
Exalted
persona's
with
out.
some very funny people and also Aki. You want to say hi, everyone except everyone? Everyone want to say hi? Hello.
Embrace the chaos!
Hello.
All right.
Greetings, mortals.
So we're playing Exalted tonight. Us and the Pattern Spiders. And what did you guys get up to in the? I think I gave you 3 weeks, didn't I?
You gave us a month.
I gave you a month. So
Yeah.
what did 5 Exalts do with a month?
Oh, have I got stories for you?
Well, that's good. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah. Mercy, do you want to start? And does Mercy does Aki have permission to read some of the main spiel at the beginning of fox hunting?
Sure.
I
but
know,
try and
Jordan.
keep
Am I
it-
allowed to fucking talk yet?
I do like this newfound power that I have, so I'm gonna go with no for a bit.
Alright, fuck you.
And see how long this lasts before I have a shoe thrown through the back of my face. Yes, look, Aki, of course you can. You're my best friend.
Beg.
Alright. No. Alright. So Aki's out, apparently. Because I'm too
Alright, I guess
proud, and Aki is too mad.
I guess I'll be the new Aki then. Bench, Egghead, I don't know. I'm not as creative as the actual Aki.
You're doing great,
oh,
actually.
yeah.
It's like 100%
Oh yeah.
accurate.
Things that we did. Mercy fucking went into Fox News and kindly asked them to stop being shitheads. So
Cease
they
and
stopped
desist.
being cease and desist, and their stock fell. So James bought them,
Mhm.
and now he and Joe have plans to turn it into an educational channel.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Oh yeah, and then sparring happened.
And sparring
nothing
happened,
else.
and nothing else, right?
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
had a month. You and Mercy didn't get up to any shenanigans?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Oh, okay.
Also,
real,
I have no idea what Darius was doing that whole time.
real quick, Mercy, can you confirm or deny the allegations that you and Ben didn't do anything?
No, you haven't begged yet.
Cool. I'm gonna take that as complete admission, and
Silence is assent, right?
sorry.
Silence constitutes assent.
Correct. Yes. As well, I'll save my little blue booking spiel until you guys are done. Anything else you guys want to bring up?
All right. So I've got a list.
Okay. Keep it succinct.
All right. China is officially recognizing Hong Kong not as a territory but as its own nation.
Mm-hmm.
The Amazon rainforest is no longer being logged. Jair Bolsonaro...
It's being sustainably logged, actually.
Okay, it's fair. Right, it is no longer being unsustainably logged
Or burned.
or burned. Where else were we? Right. Venezuela is no longer in active civil war.
That's good. You just sent him a letter, did you?
So Joe's reaction to this and more was, already?
Yeah.
One moment, and then he hangs up on the phone, his phone call to Mercy, who had just been telling him to look at Fox News, where they were actively apologizing on air.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good time.
Yeah, for misinformation and many other things. France is addressing international criticism about the police handling of the LFS protests and just generally the treatment of police as a whole. Cuba has announced a total moratorium on their campaign of repression and punishment of dissenters and critics.
Mhm.
And an announcement, or rather something that came up during the talks for the unification of Korea, has now implicated the Twilight in having been in correspondence with Kim Jong-un
Mhm.
and gotten him to stop doing the Kim Jong-un thing in North Korea.
Okay.
So it's starting to look like
The world's getting
the
better.
circle, and the circle is now known as a global power, whether they intended to be or not.
Mhm. Do you want to hear how the world reacted around you guys?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Okay. Let's start with that Fox News thing. That was the first thing you guys brought up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you guys heard of a network called OANN?
Oh, fuck them.
No.
Okay, well, imagine if Fox News was less reasonable and more fascist.
Seriously, I've seen a video of
That's
these
actual
guys.
comment.
One of the catchphrase of one of the reporters is, "I kid you not, even when I'm wrong, I am right."
So anyway, since there was a massive vacuum left in right-wing media, all of a sudden OANN got a whole lot of money dumped into it, and they've now effectively jumped into the space Fox News used to occupy. Their most recent issue is the fact that the Exalts are clearly left-wing conspiracy nutjobs trying to change the world to suit their fascist ideals of what a state the world should be in, and make us all submit to communism. They also, Mercy specifically, is turning people gay just by being around them and hitting them with her gay sunlight.
Accurate.
Douche.
This has led to you guys' known headquarters being protested pretty much constantly. There have been several violent issues with people. I'm gonna say this phrase with a pretty big asterisk, but people on both sides causing shit. When I say both sides in this case, though, I don't mean reasonable people and people who do this sort of thing. In this case, I actually mean the people who are buying OANN reports, and the church, which has gotten violent with them several times over their denouncement of the Exalts, who are clearly out here trying to do good. The church has started developing as well. They're an international organization with millions of members at this point. It has exploded in popularity in a way no one has predicted. The gentleman who originally came out of the tomb with you guys and became the high priest died. He turned up very poisoned, and the church has been under new leadership ever since. They're developing into several different branches, one of which is a military arm. They've been implicated in some rather shady dealings over in the Middle East.
I think
Of
we should
course,
deal with that.
everyone has been asking you guys about it, but the way they ask is usually loudly and with things thrown at whatever vehicle you're driving in. So OANN, the church, and there was another thing, wasn't there? Oh, right. A lot of people want to know when the people in their home country are running for office.
So Joe has a lot to say in writing to the church.
Okay.
Do they have a specific name, or is it just the church?
You guys never named it.
Yeah. What did they name it?
They aren't as.
They're still not organized.
They're
enough
not
to have-
organized. No. Even their military is armed by they bring their own equipment. But they're the
Militia.
most rapidly growing paramilitary force in the world.
Has Mercy been continuing to make public to make appearances on media and such like?
Mercy?
Not really, no. Basically just, has been picking and choosing her battles, for lack of a better term.
Mhm.
That's wise.
Joe is not comfortable enough doing so, so he's mostly been an internet presence.
So-
His social media has to be very carefully curated, and no one gets to post on it.
So, on top of all of this, the place that you guys have been using as a safe place has recently been discovered by people who don't like you. So you pretty regularly have to deal with people trying to break into the property, or standing outside and protesting, or you guys have had to hire a cleaner for all the egg on the outside. It's been kind of unpleasant to live there recently. But
Damn it.
there is good news. You still get mail.
How much
Great.
mail do we get?
Well, you had to hire someone for that too. But today, the guy who you hired to do that brings you several letters and leaves them on the table in the main room, in the main building of the compound. And who wants to be the first one to read them?
Sure.
Okay, so the first letter you pick up is from a gentleman by the name of Gerald Baker. In it, he asks desperately for your help. He says no one else believes him, but he's willing to pay a handsome fee, any sum you can name, up to $22 million, to solve the murder of his father.
Okay. Interesting. I mean, that seems like I'm not saying it's not worth looking into, but you know, it seems pretty small potatoes.
It does indeed.
Joe's gonna give the other letters to somebody else to read, while he quickly does some digging into a recently murdered Mr. Baker, possibly wealthy. What's the situation? What's this person's internet presence? What is their media presence?
Cool. So, couple points that you got wrong immediately. One, Mr. Baker was not wealthy, but his son sure is. Gerald Baker, the son of Richard Baker, was one of the people who mined Bitcoin early and made millions. No one is actually sure what his net worth is. But his father was murdered by his mother 5 years ago. She's since been interred in a psychiatric facility, and he's gone kind of off the deep end. He's seen as an eccentric million or billionaire. No one's, like I said, quite sure what his actual net worth is.
Because he doesn't. Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Wait, so they already know who murdered his father, yet he's asking us to help him solve
He
his.
believes him. So either he's an eccentric who is has a conspiracy theory about what happened, what really happened, or something else really did happen. And given that we now know the supernatural exists, some
Hey, Shatter. Good to
conspiracy
see you.
theorists might not be as crazy as everybody gives them credit for, or doesn't give them
Ben's
credit.
gonna
for.
open another letter.
Okay, so this one is talking about a tiger who has been killing people over in India. Apparently, it's like a repeat of an earlier incident that they had there a while ago, and it's so far killed dozens.
Oh boy.
You know who might be able to deal with that is the church. Our military arm that
Joe-
we currently
Joe-
have.
No, they
Joe
can't.
makes a sour face as you say that, and says, "With
Oh, I
what?
just buried the lead pretty hard.
AK-47s?
Yeah, no, let's. Tigers are an endangered species. We need to try and preserve them. A tiger like this usually only does this because the humans are invading its territory or
That's
it's
the
been
main plot.
injured, so it can only hunt humans.
Oh my god.
Someone should capture that tiger and either help relocate it to somewhere further in the jungle or treat its injuries.
That one's just for you, Blackthorn.
Is anyone volunteering?" Joe's like he's like turning over the letter from Gerald Baker, just trying to get a feel for like who this is, whether there might even be a secret to this letter. It seems to have caught his imagination at the very least.
Okay. Are you guys reading the rest of the letters, or are you just gonna
Yeah.
pick one of the plot
Yeah.
lines? Okay. So there's another letter that is addressed specifically to Ben.
No. What does it say?
Inside, there is a folded origami lotus blossom with a note folded up into a square inside of it.
Alright. Just gently takes it apart to try and read it.
Okay. The note says that says I was enchanted by your eloquence when we met, and the events of the evening were so strange I've had to take some time to recover. But I would love to speak with you again, perhaps over tea. And
Alright, is there
it
there a name?
is signed by. Give me 1 second here. Sorry, I gotta scroll down. I have a lot of characters. It is signed by Yinwo.
Oh, it's the lady from the gala?
The lady from the gala.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, a lotus
What you got?
blossom. What's this note say?
Uh,
Mom.
not really sure. Maybe a secret admirer or someone that just wants to take advantage of this and just kind of gestures to himself. Here, Mer, what do you think? Just tosses it to her.
Mercy reads it and just,
Okay.
I mean,
It's written in a flowing script. It looks like the hand is well practiced.
it's up to you.
I don't know what I'd say. It's such a get together, hang out. I don't know.
I
Tea.
believe that that's polite for, hey, baby, you want some fuck? Wife
is
just
Ben we're
piped up
talking
and said,
about.
yes.
Ben is like, he's not really interested, but he doesn't want to like automatically turn her down.
I'm not interested, but like, you never know. Fucking any port in a storm, right?
Maybe I could hook her up with my brother, or something. I don't know.
What do you mean you guess that stream then? What are you talking about?
Okay.
What do the other letters say?
One of them is talking about an interesting archaeological dig that is occurring over in Greenland, of all places. Another is a letter asking for you to please go and visit my very, very sick child. No doctor can heal her, and perhaps you can. And then there's one last one that is a notice with a subpoena to appear in court in the next 3 months.
About what?
Oh, apparently Mercy on one of her walkabouts caused someone to become injured when they witnessed Mercy talking to a criminal. It was so shocking that they drove into a pole and seriously injured their neck, and they're suing Mercy.
What?
Well, that should be easy to throw out of court.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds like distracted driving to me.
Well, I'll leave that to you guys. I'm more interested in what dealing with whatever the fuck militia this church stuff has started. And I want to know what's going on with that tiger.
I mean, if we're going to actually deal with these, well, who's best suited for each? I mean, I'm quite happy to go investigate a murder, but I don't know if this is worth our time.
Can I make a recommendation as your
Yes.
storyteller?
Yes.
If you split the party, some of you will stop playing this game. I can run multiple scenes, but you're gonna be sitting there scrolling Facebook until I do.
What? We haven't discussed Sally in a while and her request.
You had a request?
For us
Yeah.
to find their commander.
Oh.
Oh yeah, just track down the commander
mean-
of Sally and her friends.
Have we
That'll be
figured
easy.
out conclusively who these people are?
No. Just that they're military.
And not for lack of trying.
But
Oh, just to be clear, if you search up the people that you meet on that boat, like reverse image search, whatever,
Yeah.
you find out that they're very normal people who've lived completely normal lives up until they disappeared an indeterminate amount of time ago, and apparently joined Sally's pirate crew.
Hmm.
Just kind of out of nowhere.
Okay, so just randos who. Alright, yeah.
Are there missing persons reports?
For some of them, yeah.
Mhm. Others just weren't missed, and therefore there's no.
And some said they were leaving and left.
Oh, okay.
There doesn't seem to be like a pattern of abductions or like anything like that. Some of them have no missing persons reports because there was no one in their lives to file them, while others left behind like teared up family who didn't understand what was happening, but they're like, I have to go be a pirate now, yar.
No. And did they use the word? Were any of these reports specifically say like pirates?
No,
Or-
actually, none of the reports say where they went.
Okay, no. Okay, that was just a Jorbism.
Yeah, that was a Jorbism,
Okay.
which I'm now stealing.
okay.
Got it. So, all right. Joe's. Everyone in the circle will be aware by this point that Joe does not support helping Sally without something significant changing about her willingness to share what the hell is going on with this war thing. He also wants to investigate through the few channels he's been able to find, including Adam, for what's going on in the world that isn't mundane.
Oh, sorry, I missed a letter.
Alright, open that letter.
Okay, in very precise script, it is an invitation to go to a local club, a private club, at about 10 o'clock on any night, so long as you call the number provided. And there is a number at the bottom of the letter.
Is it unsigned?
Yes, it is unsigned.
Oh, great.
Is it a known club?
It is a known club, but it isn't a club that's open to the public. So there's lots of speculation.
Okay.
How
Joe.
shady.
Joe would also like to add one more thing to the circle's options. And he says, I am not willing to let this, and he actually holds up his phone
That
with
sucks,
like
Moose.
like it's
Jesus.
muted, but there's a video playing of the militaristic arm of the church, the church about the Exalts, being paramilitary and
Yeah, specifically the video you're holding up is apparently a video of that militant arm of the church going and killing a few people in a village in the Middle East that just so happens to also be a village where they get a lot of oil and gas workers.
I intend for any organization that pretends to have ties to us to be nonviolent. And I'm
All
prepared to
in
be
favor
much...
of dealing with this shit? Ben just raises his hand.
Joe raises his hand almost before Ben's has gone up.
All right.
I still want to help that tiger and the people, being attacked by the tiger, but this is literally people
Out of
acting
all
on
of
our
those
behalf
things, the
and
main
being
plot
shits at it.
is
Well,
the
I
tiger.
guess it's time to get organized then. Because, I mean, a lot of these problems we could likely, for lack of better term, subcontract out. Especially if we had, this group of followers who's willing to, do what we say and act.
Fight and die for you.
Yeah. For lack of a better term. So,
The word is delegate.
can we... I don't like the implication of it being a religion, but could we get some of these people in under the blanket of the Better Future Society? Pardon me, Brighter Future Society.
That's a bad
No,
idea.
if they're killing people, I don't want them anywhere near our organization.
Absolutely. I'm not saying that we should... we should make sure that these people are being brought to justice, but... I mean this so-called church as a whole. Can we...
It is not as
Wow.
simple as you say. Unfortunately, these are people who, for one reason or another, have chosen not to join the Better Future Society, despite knowing that it is headed by us. They want... He kind of pinches the bridge of his nose. Religion is a powerful tool. It is a thing that brings people together, allows for social change,
Easily infiltrated
but
by
like any
darker
tool, it can be misused.
elements.
The people
Yeah,
who
like,
are
did the
adverse
last
to it,
leader get poisoned?
Yep. Alright. Well, I think it's time at
Riddled
least to
with
get
darkspawn.
some media out there denouncing the actions of some of these people.
Yeah.
And
I will write a
That's a
a
great idea.
manifesto
Make
might be a
splinter
bit too
groups.
on the nose, but
Heretics.
something along those lines, suggesting that if
No.
one belongs to this so-called church, perhaps you should consider a different option. There are any number.
No, don't suggest, Joe. They're gonna take
Ah.
advantage of that oblivious.
Oh.
People are gonna take advantage of the fact that you're not demanding that if you agree,
Yes,
if you want to
be a-
follow us,
be a cruel
you have
and
to
just
not be
God.
shitters in our name. None of this fucking Christian crusades bullshit.
Oh,
I don't want to see fucking
Oh, this is a-
extremists blowing up people in our name.
Oh,
I
this is going
agree.
great.
Then we gotta define exactly what is considered okay behavior and not okay behavior.
So we are going to write a dogma for this church.
Yep.
Joe actually looks a little bit incensed at that. His normally still face kind of animates a little bit. His brows draw together. I am deeply opposed to this.
Religion already exists, Joe. Whether we like it or not. These people are going to want to follow us. It is up to us to guide them.
I wish you weren't right.
Hey, real quick question. Joe, Joaquin,
Yes.
would you consider creating dogma, possibly telling of a lie?
Specifically, he would be worried about it getting twisted.
Okay.
S-
I'm asking, basically
Yeah.
what I'm asking is, do you think this should inflict limit? So,
Mm,
your
mhm.
limit trigger is pretty specific, and I'm
Yes.
kind of on the fence about it, so
Right.
what's your thought?
My thought specifically is lies are about betrayal. They're about presenting something one way and intentionally or otherwise having it be having it mislead.
Okay, so you're not trying to mislead here, and therefore it doesn't apply. That makes sense to me.
Correct. Rather, he's worried because what would cause a limit
No,
for
I
him,
got it now. I just wanted to clarify.
the moment somebody took a word that he placed wrong out of context and used it
Yeah.
to lead a crusade,
Yeah, that'd be bad. I'm sure
That'd be
that will
very
never
bad.
happen.
and so Joe at this point he says, "Fine, something needs to be done about these people, and one of the things they need is guidance. I will need to tackle the most difficult task I've ever encountered: writing instructions that cannot be misinterpreted." He shakes his head.
Well,
Well,
The
You
world
do
asks
have
the
access
impossible of
to-
us all the time.
So
I
the
should rise to
security
the
system
occasion.
goes off.
What goes off?
The security system. You guys got cameras set up, right?
yeah.
Okay. So there's a person at the door. They are in a brand new car, and they are dressed in blue jeans and a t-shirt with holes in it.
this
Oh,
looks
boy.
like my kind of conversation, if you'll excuse me.
All right.
Darius,
Uh,
won't come with?
Yes, I will. I'll go with James.
Okay.
Joe, you should discuss with Mercy about, instructions for whatever this church thing is.
We
I
will
want to look
need-
into this tiger thing.
Thank you.
You're
We will
really
need-
hooked on the tiger, huh?
Ben loves tigers. It's
All right,
literally.
I'm not questioning it.
animal lover.
I love so much that you are hooked on this tiger. It brings me no end of pleasure.
Joe kind of like pauses Ben for a second on his way out and says, "Be aware that with all we've learned, it could be a tiger, or based on the pattern of having attacked many humans and remaining in urban areas, it could be something else." After
I
all
didn't say
we've-
shit about urban areas.
He's
Pardon?
not leaving.
Oh,
He's just focused on that one letter about the tiger.
okay.
Couple points.
Joe's just gonna tell him, "Be aware. It might be a tiger, or it might not."
So, couple
Keep going,
points.
Sarah.
One, I never said urban areas at
Oh,
all.
sorry.
And two, I'm cribbing this from a real life thing, right?
Oh no,
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. There was a tiger that I can't remember what the name of it was, but it killed like dozens of people. They tried to hunt it down and didn't find it. That's a real life story. I'll see if I can find you a link.
Oh yeah. I think it started when a hunter tried to steal its carcass that it left over, and the tiger just started hunting him after that.
Oh God!
After he wounded
When
it,
I
it
said
just
dozens, I meant 436.
What?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Mother of this tiger had a great KD ratio.
Wow, killtacular.
Yeah, no shit. But it was caught.
Anyway, continuing to the security alarm.
Just for sake of clarity, James has made it a point at the beginning of every day to randomly scroll through
Correct,
a
Nick.
YouTube
Technically
video or
does it.
something, find a person and disguise himself as that. It changes every day,
Okay, so you never look the same way twice.
more or less.
So basically, everyone else kind of just knows it's you because you're from their circle, and you leave in small details for them to pick up on. I
Exactly.
assume that you're trying to let them know it is you.
But your
Yeah.
girlfriend, however.
Yeah, she has no fucking clue.
Uh,
But she's gotten used
she
to
can tell just
random
by
people
smelling 'em.
grabbing her butt, which is either a good or a bad thing.
Must get slapped a lot.
He doesn't, but anyway.
So today James looks like a Irish person of about 25, redhead, about a foot taller than he normally is.
Platform boots, gotta love them.
Oh yeah, and yeah, he'll go and knock on or open the door.
Okay, so out in front of the gate, there is a man just as I described him. He's just waiting there until he sees you, and then he turns around and he goes, "Hey, did you get my letter?"
You must be Mr. Baker.
Yeah, okay, you did get it. Great. I will give you $22 million if you can figure out who killed my dad. Or what. What killed my dad?
Okay.
Man, I tapped this system on the over.
Well, let's you know what? Let's go have a quick chat. This does seem a little inappropriate, I must say.
What?
Well, you just kind of showed up to our door unannounced.
Oh, I thought this was like an office or something. I googled this.
Fuck.
Oh,
Okay.
how did he Google it? It was a private hideout.
Not anymore. It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have been off the beaten track for a while, but you ain't that far off the beaten track, and you guys are world famous. You've literally changed the political landscape of the entire world. What did you think was going to happen? Yeah, your secret hideout has actual reviews. None of them are good.
Mr. Baker, what makes you think that the details of this case aren't as they appear?
Okay, so if this is your house, okay, first off, I'm really sorry, I didn't know. It just says the Sun compound on Google, so I just thought.
Yeah, we'll get that fixed. Anyways.
Anyway, okay, so my mom didn't do it. I know what did, kind of. I sort of know what did. It was like a big dog thing. And it wasn't my mom. That's the thing. It wasn't my mom. I know for a fact it wasn't my mom because she couldn't have done the things that they said she did. I was with her. She didn't do it. I was with her.
Okay. Big dog thing. How big we talking?
Like big.
Bigger than a cow? Bigger than a shed? Bigger than a house?
Maybe? No. It was smaller than a house. It was definitely smaller than a house because it got into our living room.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
somewhere to
I remember that.
start.
But it did look bigger than the house on the street. Look, I know how this sounds. I get this a lot, but you guys do magic. You probably know what this thing is, and you can help me fix all this, fix everything.
Mr. Baker, I'm gonna give you a card.
No. You have to help me.
I am, and this is how I'm gonna do it. You came to us asking for help. This is the help I'm willing to give you.
Are you gonna send him to a mental facility?
No.
Okay.
I'm actually going to quickly pull something out of my pocket, scribble an email address down. It's gonna
Cool.
be Samuels. Our head researcher from the Final Word.
All right. Yeah, he's equipped to deal with this. Sounds good.
I want you to send us as much information about what happened to this address.
He
All
shakes
right.
his head and he goes, "You could just tell me to fuck off. I get it. Like, I know it sounds crazy. I just figured with the money, it might help."
I do want to help. I do.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
of course you do. Yeah, I get it. But you just, you don't have time. That's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna throw some.
He
some
he
social,
actually looks. He doesn't look like he's trying to like pull on your heartstrings or anything. He looks like he's said all this stuff before.
Yep.
A lot of times.
I'd like to try and reassure him that I am taking this seriously, and
Sure.
that-
He's a normal human. You succeed. If you're starting to use charms, it
Yeah.
works.
Okay. Look, there's a lot on everybody's plate right now. We've got a lot of irons in the fire. I'd like to give this over to someone who has a lot of experience in dealing with investigations. And
Pattern spiders.
once
This is
they've
such a
done
bad
their
idea.
initial investigation,
Samuel's about to die.
one of us will look deeper into it.
He goes, "Okay, good, thank you. I'm gonna go tell my mom right away. Thank you so much. Yeah, I can't. No one's ever taken me seriously. This is huge. I appreciate this." And he takes the email address written on the condom and gets in the car and drives off. You said you pulled something out of your wallet.
Card.
I assumed.
Card. No, it's written on a 50.
It's written on a $100 bill. Go buy yourself something nice. Clean yourself up. You look like shit.
Okay.
Another letter arrives for James this time for defacing currency.
Okay.
So, Darius, sorry, I kinda spoke over you through all that.
No, it's totally fine. You handled it well.
Any thoughts? I mean, big dogs murdering people in houses?
I think that he's definitely not somebody we want to make an enemy of. He has the funds to lead a campaign against us, and that helping him might actually be worth it.
That's an angle I hadn't thought of. Okay, well, I'll see what Samuel makes of it, and maybe once we get a few of these church issues dealt with.
Okay. So what are you guys focusing on?
Joe's gonna talk to Mercy. Hey, Mercy. It sounds like two
You
things
can't
are priorities
save him,
that
unfortunately.
I want to try and help you with.
Hmm.
How are you if I go straight for you in going public in denouncing the church,
Wait
and
a
also
second.
some kind
Do you
of
have integrity?
statement
Oh, you do.
that to take not to the media but well to the legal community to try and find someone to take care of this. And he holds up the other letter that is a subpoena.
I'm fine with you ghostwriting for me. I do want, as usual, final say on what I do actually end up saying, obviously. But
I figured it would take some of the stress off.
and I appreciate that. As for the subpoena, I'm honestly tempted to show up. I think it'd be funny.
Do you think they're really as injured as they... I imagine the injuries are real, otherwise they wouldn't have much of a case. Perhaps, I've been looking into healing. It's more difficult than it looks. I
I know.
can't to figure out, well, most of the stuff that Western
What's
medicine
up,
can't
Blackthorn?
do on its own anyway.
I've also been looking into healing as well, and I've
That's a very good question.
I've gotten quite proficient at the basics,
Let's
at least.
find out.
Well, I'll have that suggestion speech, a rough draft, ready for you.
Mercy does.
I'll work on it while we do all of these other things.
If we're both fairly proficient in, well, for lack of a better
Mercy
term,
does.
medicine, perhaps it might be a good idea for you and I to visit the sick child when we get a second.
Certainly. I've been meaning to look into the local need for anything. Jorg, there was that one technique for curing COVID much faster.
This one weird trick doctors hate. Yeah.
The one weird trick doctors hate. Did that actually go anywhere, or can other people then, aside from me, just not do it?
So the way you do it is using a. Oh my god, the pattern spiders were just like, oh, ivermectin. No, that doesn't work. Anyway, so you can heal people who have it as long as you are the surgeon working on them.
Yeah.
In order to make a treatment plan that would work for that, there are a couple charms you can get, but none of them are ailment rectifying method.
Got it. Okay, so unfortunately, yeah. So we're still gonna need to work personally until we figure out other stuff in order to solve COVID. Fuck. Okay, so not gonna
Hello,
reference
team.
that, but he's gonna say yes. Let's visit there. In the meantime, what about all of these other things?
Life's overrated.
Which first? The others should be back soon. It looks like whoever it is already leaving, and he kind of looks at the camera.
Okay.
Still want to go deal with this tiger.
All right. Are you? What are you doing to deal with this tiger, Ben?
I don't know yet.
Ben's just like walking through the jungle, just.
Dude, he's literally just pacing back and forth, looking at this letter. Like, what could I do
I
to
just
make it
told
so
you.
the tiger stops? When James and Darius walks in, he'll look over like, "Hey, either of you know anything about like tracking animals or stuff like that?"
I swear to God, I just told you.
Yeah, but I'm ignoring you, storyteller.
My feelings to my heart.
James Googles how to deal with man-eating tigers and passes the phone to Ben.
My God.
The top result is to call James Philcott and have him deal with it.
Who the fuck is James Philcott?
He's dead.
Fuck.
Did he get eaten by a tiger?
No, he killed the last tiger to kill a lot of people.
I don't want to kill the tiger.
Learn tiger form.
Aki just put, let me Google that for you, how to deal with man-eating tigers, into the Discord. So, literally, James just Googling it for Ben and handing it to Ben. Rude.
But I don't want to kill the tiger.
Yeah.
I want to make sure it gets rehabilitated or
Eat
something
people
like
with
that.
it. The pattern spiders have suggested that you guys sympathize with the tiger by also eating people.
No!
That can be
Headcanon
arranged.
accepted.
Alright, I guess if the pattern spiders say so.
No!
The club, it seems to be 10 p.m. any night, so that can be put aside for now.
So pattern
sick
spiders.
child,
The tiger is actually the main plot.
That should be soon.
It's a void tech infected
The
tiger.
archaeological dig in Greenland, probably also later.
The archaeological
Somebody
dig in Greenland
propositioning
is,
Ben very
grave robbery
nicely.
that's about to go bad.
That's up to Ben.
Uh,
Tiger. Mercy looks at Ben. Probably soon.
That's adorable. And
She
then
looked at
they
him,
have a
"Probably
quick
soon."
quickie, a little afternoon delight, if I understand this correctly.
oh,
She's saying
Nothing
deal with the
happens.
tiger quickly because Ben is very emotional about it.
Exactly.
save the tiger before they shoot it.
Save the
And
tiger.
then Richard Baker, as much as
Not to, you know, be inappropriate, but he ain't getting much deader, so I feel like that can be dealt with once Samuel's had his look.
all right.
Hey, James. I
Hey.
want you to remember that sentence.
Oh, fuck.
He's not
I-
getting much deader.
That might
Didn't
be the sentence.
Didn't I say something along those lines when Paul died?
Yeah.
What do you do with 25,000 blood points? Flex on the peasants, obviously.
What did he say, James?
He was saying that he was absolutely certain that it wasn't his mother and that he was of the opinion that it was some strange, large dog. He said it looked bigger than a house when it was outside of the house, but I don't know, this kind of smacks of something on the spooky side of the street. So, I'm actually gonna contact Adam and see if he knows anything. I think.
Nah.
But,
Have we
This is
had
better
an
as a
open
hint.
channel to Adam this whole time? Am I dumb?
No, you guys can call him, but you can't, like... He hasn't been on the phone this whole time now.
Okay. Joe definitely would have wanted to be in contact with Adam, just to try and figure out some stuff. What's his availability like?
He's pretty much... His job right now is literally liaising with you guys, so...
Oh, fuck. Okay. Shit. Can Joe have been racking his brains for new questions to ask Adam all the time, and mostly asking about, okay, so which myths are actually real?
Cool. So he gives you information that you think might be inaccurate or slanted. Not that he's intentionally trying to hide something, but more that he doesn't know. For some reason, myths are myths. Apparently, some of them are very real. He says that the last known phoenix was kept by another mage, actually. But the species has since gone extinct.
Any idea about a secret war?
Yeah, he's in
No.
one. He's asked for your help with it.
Any other secret wars?
Oh, no, of course not. What's more important than the reality war?
All right. He doesn't. Yeah, that doesn't smack of a lie. Unfortunately, he doesn't know anything about Sally unless she's part of that same war. And
So, to answer your real question, no, you didn't just unlock the dictionary of everything happening in the world.
No, I didn't. I didn't think so.
what about werewolves?
Very real, very dangerous. Avoid at all costs.
Vampires?
Very real, very dangerous. Avoid at all costs.
Fairies?
Not real. Just ignore it. Don't worry about it. Also, there are things that appear to be fairies, but they're not actually fairies. Don't stress about it.
Don't stress about it. Joe immediately stresses. All right.
Well, with that being revealed, what's the likelihood of this being a werewolf attack, I wonder? Or something else?
Sorry, are you calling Adam for this?
Yes.
Or can Joe know some things that were that Joe knows? Sorry, can Joe know some things that Adam knows and kind of like roll a cult?
There are dragons, Nick. They're almost all extinct. Yeah, go ahead. Roll. Make a. Give me an into an occult or lore check.
Or lore. Okay. All right. Let's make that happen.
Depending on which side of the street you want to lead. More into myths from the past, or more into what you call it, like, for lack of a better word, real magical
Occult is the
treatises.
quote-unquote things that I've learned from an actual mage. Is occult. Is that right?
Yeah, or things you found that have that smack of some veracity. You're quite good at picking out things that are utter bullshit.
Yeah. So I'm going to use a full excellency from personal.
Great.
And,
Could you go back towards your mic? You've gone away and gotten pretty quiet.
Shoot. Right. Sorry. Hello.
And now you're super loud. Oh my god.
Yes, I am. Right. I was overcompensating. Roll this many dice. Greater than 7. 7 successes.
Okay. So it could be a couple things, but the most appealing thing that you found was from Harry Potter.
Oh no.
It was the lizard that they captured in a teacup in Fantastic Beasts. Because it changes its size, right?
But that's... Sorry, this was an occult roll, to be clear. Not lore.
Yeah, that is the thing that it sounds closest to. There's no other myth that fits big dog changes size, goes into houses and kills people, and then gets the mother blamed. Like, that's not a thing that happens.
Ultra specific, but it's more like, supernatural dogs.
Alright, neat. That's, instead of looking for a needle in a haystack, you're now looking for a needle in a needle stack.
Yeah, alright, great.
Do you know what a behir is?
A what?
A behir.
No.
Well, it's a thing that can be construed this way.
Alright. Joe's gonna blah the very little that he has about the aside from the closest thing is size changing mythological creature, probably inspired by blah blah blah, that's in Harry Potter. It's not very helpful.
Okay, well.
We would have to go and see the scene, but it's been 5 years.
I mean, that's only a small problem for me.
Huh.
Yeah. Oh, this is only a small problem for me.
Convenient.
Pattern spiders, please remember
In the
that he said
meantime,
that.
I think Sick Child and Tiger were taking some priority.
And the church.
Yes. I'm...
well, that's cool, Ambi.
We have
Send me a message
so he kind of
after
glances at
stream.
Mercy. I think the band-aid we can slap on that is to denounce their actions and tell them to seriously consider why we might be displeased with what they're doing and tell them to do better. In the meantime, I will need to write an impossible thing, which is instructions that are nigh impossible to misunderstand.
Joe, I'm going to point out the fact that you unified Korea. So
That's
impossible is a
simple.
little
I
bit.
simply needed to convince one person and his closest advisors that this was not serving everyone.
Yes.
Only...
And you unified Korea.
It wasn't just... Joe kind of dithers a little bit.
You're underselling yourself, Joe.
Mhm.
Yeah, you've literally done the most out of all of us.
This is different. This isn't one person, one despot, one party. It's people. It's public.
Speaking of things that people have been doing, hi Darius, what have you been doing lately?
Looking into Sally and her missing commander.
Oh, really? Did you look up that address in Santa Monica?
Yes.
Okay, there was a church there. It's in the bad part of Santa Monica, and the church has since burned down.
Okay, so has anyone been seen around it at all? Any words on
Lots of people have been seen around it. Yeah, like a ton. Apparently, random people keep showing up, looking around, poking through the ashes, and leaving.
Ah.
Yeah, it's become somewhat of a local legend, actually.
that? I will blah that to the group. I understand that you don't want to work with them, however, their usefulness in gaining knowledge will be further extended by having their commander.
No, I got a bad feeling about this.
And I mean, if Joe's right about what dots that we could put together are,
I'm
This
not
is
so
working
certain
so
that I
well.
am right, but I mislike the idea of interfering in a war we know nothing about, one way or another. What if Sally and her crew are just one commander away from being the biggest threat there is to the world's well-being?
They are.
the same could be said about Adam.
It
Or
could.
us.
Yeah, all good points.
All I'm saying is that before we meddle, I want to know.
Focus on something we can do something about in the
Mhm.
meantime. Okay. So who's on what?
I'll denounce what the church has been doing, at least release a statement, something like that. While Joe is busy ghostwriting.
I will be doing that while we do other things, in between,
Mhm.
in the transit and what have you.
I'll do it quickly before they do any other stupid shit.
Where was this sick kid?
In the hospital, Victoria.
Why don't you guys go do that? Hey Ben.
Yeah?
Want to go catch us a tiger?
Hell yeah!
Okay, so what scene do you guys want to do first? You have split the party, and I'm now making it your problem.
So just to be clear, James and Ben are going to the
Tigerland, India.
and Mercy and who else is going to the kid?
Just Mercy, apparently.
Sorry, say again? No,
Who's going to...
Say?
Who's going to the sick kid with me?
Me. Joe.
Darius, what are you doing?
I guess I'll just hang out or go to Santa Monica, either or, because this is something that needs to be dealt with.
Come find a tiger with us.
I'd rather not. It will kill me.
No, come
Or-
on. James is
Mhm.
squishier than you, and he's coming. We can give you a tranquilizer gun or something. Come on. We'll need all the help we can get.
I mean, the faster that Joe and I can deal with the kid, then the faster I can help you with Santa Monica.
Yeah, but we put it off for 3 weeks, so
I'll let Sally wait. Come on. It's a tiger. Maybe if we can tame it, we can bring it home and be our pet.
Oh Jesus.
I'm just trying to figure out more about the supernatural here.
The pattern spiders actually suggested the same thing, just so you know.
Which
Taming the tiger and bringing it. They actually suggested exalting it and making it your super dog.
if I had anything in survival,
If I didn't have anything in survival.
let's see what we can do from afar, Ben.
Oh, know what we can do from afar.
We can hire people to
Ben's
go
like,
in
all right, throws a tree to India.
um,
Like, if we hire anyone else, they might just do the hunt the tiger.
I'm
And
sure
we don't know if we'll be hiring poachers or not.
I'm sure there are some conservation programs out there that could use a boost in their funding. We might actually. I'm kind of waffling. I think Darius might be right. Fuck it.
They're talking
How about
themselves out
Santa
of going
Monica,
to the
then
main
Tiger?
bog. You'd love to see it.
Oh, but if we wait too long, they might just shoot the tiger.
Yeah, it might already be dead, but
Ben is the Cassandra here.
Ben has like this pouty face.
too bad.
He wants to go save the tiger.
If you want to go deal with the tiger, I can
guys
just
know what the
do some
Cassandra
scouting.
curse
It's
is?
simple and easy enough to stay out of sight.
Alright.
And then once we're done with our respective jobs, then we can meet in Santa Monica as well. Some of us can meet in Santa Monica.
Alright. I'll buy tickets to India and start looking for conservation programs that might be willing to help.
Okay,
You,
so
James.
when are you gonna book your flight for? Give me a day.
As quickly as possible, I suppose.
You have basically unlimited resources at your disposal. You could literally purchase a jet and go right now. Or would you like to fly first class?
Actually, I would imagine that with the resources they obtained from Fox, they probably already have a private jet now.
That is true, yeah. Hey, Aki, how do you feel about getting in a private jet?
There, Victoria?
Yeah, sure, why not?
I mean, they can just fly out to you.
Yeah.
It's a jet. That's the kind of the point.
Here.
No, but Aki, how do you feel about getting in a jet in a game I'm running?
Don't. Listen, you fucker.
What's up?
I'm not suspicious.
And you
It's
have
okay
two
if they
moms
crash.
this
At least
time.
Ben will live.
Okay.
We will arrange for everybody to meet in Santa Monica after these messages, and these messages are side quests.
Okay. So you're going. Who's going tomorrow to Santa Monica? Anyone?
Ben will go to Santa Monica after the tiger hunt.
Okay, so do you guys want to say that tomorrow you'll go do all of the side quests?
As many
I
as
mean-
possible.
I mean,
Great.
if today Joe and Mercy can go visit the sick kid.
Sure, let's do that. So you arrive at the hospital and find that there are a lot of people here waiting to get in, and all of them, when they see you, have various strong reactions. Some of them spit on the ground. Some of them are trying to avoid making eye contact, and a few of them approach immediately.
Okay. Mercy's wearing a mask, by the way,
Cool.
with current COVID restrictions.
Smart.
So, what do the people that are approaching me want?
They're all asking for your help. It's pretty clear that they think you can heal them.
All right.
Something that you've become sensitive to is you notice that several people who are staying in the lineup are recording you.
Are any of them actually like injured in like a physical way, not like
One
like
of them's holding their arm, but the rest of them are obviously like they have the flu or the big one, or something to that effect.
okay. Um Twilight, you've got more experience than I do in this. I can deal with the arm.
OOC, just checking. I think that all of our stuff right now requires an hour of treating an individual, and then they have to go
Yep.
bed rest.
You also need tools to do it with. Surgical equipment.
Hmm.
Specifically, ailment rectifying method and wound treatment methodology.
Wound mending care technique.
Thank you. They enhance a regular medicine check.
Yeah.
So you actually have to do doctor stuff.
Solars don't wave their hands over a person and magic them better. That's a mage. Solars treat them so well that magic happens.
Correct.
Joe kind of like glances at her. How many hours do we have? And with what tools? We need to give them guidance on how to get the proper medical treatment. We don't have that power.
Could you perhaps see if there's a way we can help out the staff here by organizing, helping them determine how injured somebody is, level of treatment? I'll go and visit the child.
Just use them. Well, yeah, work on your
Okay,
faith
can-
stuff. Urgent heal
Hmm.
them. Duh.
Wait, just check.
So how are you
let me
dealing with
check.
these people who are approaching you, begging for you to heal them with your touch?
Just checking. Okay, no, I do not have speed the wheels. Ugh. Joe is going to he's gonna roll the presence check required to tell them that this is a hospital.
Yeah.
He's going to tell them that the best possible care is already here. We do not have the tools to treat you any better than a doctor can.
Okay, great. It just works. You don't need to roll it. You're using charms. I get it. You're solar. If you're putting essence into this at all, it works.
Yeah.
They are smiling and happy, and one of them, as they're walking back, the one with the injured arm, is like, man, they're like they are, and they're still giving props to doctors. God damn. And they go get back in line.
Sorry.
He specifically waves at a couple people that are recording.
Okay. One of them waves back. So,
And-
you go inside and are immediately stopped by a staff member who says, "Excuse me, are you supposed to be... Oh my god, are you the Zenith?"
Mercy looks down at where she's wearing her Zenith costume. Yes.
Are you...
I'm...
Is someone... Come in, please, quick. And she gestures to you to go past the desk.
I'm here to visit somebody in particular.
She nods and says, "I'm sorry to hear that. What room are they in?"
It's... And Mercy pulls out the letter.
Okay. It's room...
Blah.
It's a room up in the wards. I was just trying to remember which ward it was specifically, and then I'm like, I don't need to do that. That's stupid. No one's gonna check my math. Anyway, so you... she goes, "Oh, I didn't know you knew him."
It was a request.
No, Nick.
Then she kind of like holds up the letter.
Oh, I see. This is a charity thing. Oh yeah, that's good. That poor boy. Yeah, if you go on up there, he should be. Just, I'm sure if you walk up to the door, they'll let you in. I mean, and she like gestures to you,
Thank you.
and then she turns and she goes, oh, and
You're-
you're the guy that started that church, the Twilight, right?
Joe's normally like calm expression kind of twitches
Much
a little
better,
bit. He says, "I assure you, I started no church, but I am the Twilight."
She goes, wow. Man, that kid must. Well, it's good that you're here. Please go see him. I'm sure he'll appreciate it.
Hey, I appreciate what you're doing here. You guys are doing great work, okay?
Thank you. Thank you. And she immediately starts crying.
I take care of the nurses.
This
They're
is not a nurse.
Amazing people. I don't.
Nurses are fucking busy. She does not. They don't have time to do this.
Well, I'm appreciating my healthcare staff.
As you should. As you should.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so you go upstairs, and true to her word, when you get to the ward, you walk in, and several of the nurses immediately start like fawning over you a bit. One of them gives you a real stink eye, but they lead you to where the kid's room is. The kid is laying there and watching some TV.
Mercy's gonna knock on the door.
Okay.
Joe's gonna read the chart.
Okay, so you go knock on the door, Mercy, and he turns and he goes, hello? Like, he doesn't seem to recognize you. And on the chart, it said, through a lot of medical jargon, this kid has leukemia, and not a lot of time.
Blah to Mercy in a whisper.
He says, did my dad ask you to come here? Do I know you?
Was it? Or was it his dad in the
It
letter?
was, yeah.
Okay. The letter wasn't super explained, so yes, it was.
Oh, he thinks you can fix me. And he goes back to watching his show.
Do not believe I can.
He says, are you a doctor?
No, but I'm the Xena.
Okay. Well, if you're not a doctor, then no, I don't think you can. Because the doctors can't, and they're smart.
Ah, I see.
He's speaking very maturely and kind of fatalistically for a 10-year-old boy.
Joe's gonna actually kind of like retreat from the door of this room while Mercy's talking to the boy, and he's
Okay.
gonna consult like on the chart. Who's the nurse on duty for this section?
The one who gave you stink eye.
Yeah, he's gonna approach and say, I imagine you see a lot of people seeking good publicity.
She says, yep. So how long are you going to be here for?
He says, I genuinely don't know that.
Oh, great. Good. Let me know, because in an hour I'm going to be on my lunch, and I can't leave you alone with a kid in a room.
Joe's gonna apply a little bit of essence here, specifically just to kind of turn up a little bit of charm, and say,
Okay, she immediately changes her mind. She's just like, you kind of like soften your look a little bit and show some empathy, and
I do genuinely want to ask her a question as part of this, though.
Bro, hi.
And Joe says, I know that
Bro.
nobody has any reason to believe we're here for any reason but publicity, but I do genuinely wish to help. But I know that the doctors, nobody who isn't a doctor here is going to be allowed to use the facilities, at least not without some kind of a miracle. How likely do you think that the doctors are going to be to allow us to try?
She looks at you and she goes, "I'm sorry. I just, it's been a time that kid's not doing well and almost no one visits him. I mean, fuck, he's 10 years old. He's got like maybe a few months. I mean, he's more ready to die than I am, and I don't know. It's just, I'm sorry. Anyway, what do you mean, take care of him?
I don't know if we can cure cancer, but look, a few months ago I didn't believe magic was real. And he's gonna like flare his cast mark for like a few seconds. And he's going to say, now I do, and I want to use it properly.
She says, you want to be his doctor? Are you sure? Oh, hi, Nora. And she just like waves to someone behind you.
All right. Glance back.
Okay, there's a girl there, teenager. She looks kind of familiar. But she's like, she goes, hey, Janet. I'm just here to do the rounds. Anyone want to see me today? And Janet's like, yeah, and she hands her a list of rooms. And the girl walks away.
Who was that?
Oh, that's Nora. She goes around and just like talks with the kids. It brightens their day up a lot.
Joe kind of like under his breath, almost too quiet to hear, says, the little magics that all of us can do. Listen, I don't think of myself as a doctor, but I think there might be something I can do that no one else in this world can, aside from maybe the Zenith. Could you see a way to bending the rules, finding a way for a new and experimental treatment to be tried?
She says, I can't do that.
Who can?
But his physician might be able to, if you can convince him. Look, he's going to be doing his rounds in about 20 minutes. Can you hang out?
Yes, I can.
All right. Give it a shot. I mean, as long as you do no harm, right?
Joe looks troubled for a second and he says, yes, as long as.
Meanwhile, in the room, hey, Mercy, what are you saying to the boy?
So Mercy's just been kind of chatting with him about the show that he's watching, just general small talk for now.
Okay. After a few minutes, a teenage girl walks into the room. And she goes, hey, Joe, how's it going? And the kid looks over and just smiles from ear to ear. And says, Nora! And then he, like, waits, and she comes over and she gives him a hug. And then she looks at you and says, oh, hi again. But it took her a minute to notice you, because she was looking at the kid first.
What does she mean again?
Oh, so remember from the gala, there was that youth leader table?
Oh, yeah.
This is one of the kids from the youth leader table.
All right. I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't just like, hey, this is Sally, but her name is Nora.
No, this is not Sally. No, this is a completely different little girl who has popped up twice in the story because it's useful for me to have someone good in this story.
Yeah, that's fair.
Very useful. She's the main character.
It's been a while, eh?
Yeah, that was a weird night, right?
Yes.
Anyway, I'm here to see Joe. We usually hang out and talk about Transformers. It's kind of important.
That is entirely fair. I will leave you to be, and I'm gonna go talk to your dad.
Oh no! Sorry, I wasn't trying to like tell you to go away or anything. I'm just she looks at him and then she looks at you, and like her eyes take on this like kind of like please figure this out expression.
You just want to know if I can get on your level with my Transformers knowledge. I get you.
She's like, oh no, it's not me you have to worry about. And she looks over at the kid, and the kid just like gives you this shitty smirk.
Oh, so I have to impress someone here, huh?
He says, no, but
Yeah.
I'm very sick.
Ah, yes. So I shouldn't talk to you about Beast Wars. I got it. And Mercy goes to get up.
He's like, what are you, 80?
What are you, 5?
I'm 10.
Mercy
He-
blows a
he-
raspberry at him.
He laughs. And before long, you guys are talking about Transformers. They're teasing you, and you're taking it good-naturedly. And then a older man who looks very fucking haggard walks into the room.
I'm taking social damage. I gotcha.
Yeah, you're basically streaming.
Did Joe see this man coming in?
Yeah.
Joe's gonna have talked to him beforehand, I hope.
Okay, so you stop him on the way in. He goes, I'm sorry, you came.
Is this
Can you help my son?
I can't
Please,
get your hopes.
I've tried everything else. The doctors say he's not going to make it, but I cannot
Joe
accept
actually
that.
reaches out and squeezes his shoulder and says, I can promise you we'll do what we can. We aren't omnipotent, but
No, but you got to know more than these fucking doctors, right? They've written him off. This can't. I can't. And he like grabs you, pulls you in for a hug, and immediately starts crying.
Joe just kind of holds the guy. Yep. Yep. Okay.
Okay.
I'm here waiting for the doctor to see if we can work together.
He's
Do
like,
something that is beyond current medical science. I don't know if it's possible.
he shakes his head and he's like, that Jagoff won't help you at all. He doesn't give a shit. He's just trying to clear the room.
Joe's expression like twists a little bit, and he says, "You're in a lot of pain."
He stops
and-
for a second, and takes a deep breath, and goes, "I'm sorry. I know we've barely met, and I'm sorry. It's just it's a lot."
I understand. No one can seem to help, and it sometimes feels like the whole weight of the world is on your shoulders. I think I understand, even if I can't imagine what you're going through. Please, when the doctor comes, work with me. And he's gonna like.
You know,
add a
he's like,
little bit.
"Yeah, don't worry. I go to services, I believe."
Oh. I see. Keep in
Thank you,
mind the
Blackthorn.
doctor is doing the best he can.
He shakes his head and says, "You'll see, but I trust you."
Joe looks in like he's in pain for a second. Over to Mercy. And he'll just kind of stay with the man until the doctor arrives.
Okay, the doctor does arrive. He's walking around. He goes to the nurse's desk. He talks to them for a bit. They have a chuckle about something. And then he turns, and as soon as he sees the man, you see his face drop, like he's not happy that he's going to have to deal with this. And he walks up to the two of you, and he says,
Oh, sorry. At that, Joe's gonna like read the room, and he's gonna send the man in to visit with his son, and he's
Okay.
gonna engage the doctor directly.
okay, the doctor says, "Excuse me, I do need to make my rounds."
I understand. I won't take but a moment of your time. I need your...
Okay, he holds a hand up. So, just so we're clear, I'm the doctor here, and while I do sympathize, I need you to know that I am doing everything in my power to make sure that Joe doesn't suffer and gets the best treatment he can. I don't know what you've been
Joe-
told, but I am doing my best.
Joe nods and says, "I believe you.
Really?
I need your help."
All right, let's talk. I can't get into any private medical information without the express permission of his guardian, but What can I do
And
for
Joe's
you?
gonna say, I will handle Mr. and then the last name on the chart.
Their phone numbers,
but
Moose?
I need to ask something very unorthodox, and he's basically going to add some essence and request to
I'd allow it.
have request to help the doctor with an experimental medical procedure that is straight up, as far as Joe can tell, magic, and he's gonna try and use some essence to get that to happen.
Okay, so you convince the doctor that this is a good idea to do. And the doctor, after listening to your theory and hearing you out, asking a lot of very detailed questions and all of everything you'd expect a physician to do, he agrees to try with the restriction that he gets to be there, and anything he says doesn't fly, doesn't happen, and it's recorded, and there are nurses present and security to prevent you from doing anything he doesn't say is okay.
Joe immediately agrees to all of this.
Okay. So after about, I don't know, 15 minutes of conversation, you convince a medical doctor to violate his ethics and let you work on a child.
Yeah. Joe, like I'm gonna get Joe to roll at least one die for limit, not like with the automatic limit, but just because this feels weird to him.
Yeah, just to be clear, you've convinced not one, not two, but 3 people in this hospital that you're actually a really great guy, and they should completely change their outlook on you immediately.
Yeah, and Joe feels really weird about this.
Yep,
To be fair, Joe is a pretty good guy.
that is true. Yeah.
I apparently do not take limit this time.
Yay. All right. So who has their ringers on?
Mercy
Joe?
probably does.
Cool. Mercy, your phone goes off.
I excuse myself and I head out into the hallway.
Okay. It's a number you don't recognize.
Mercy picks up the phone.
Okay. You hear someone on the other end go, "Fuck you," and then hang up.
Oh, goody.
Anyone else have their ringers on?
Ben would.
Your phone goes off.
Yep.
Okay. He looks at
And
it.
so does everyone else's phones.
Are all of the messages that at first?
No, they're random people calling you. Some of them are asking you for help, some of them are asking you for money, some of them are calling you the spawn of Satan or communists. There's a lot of people calling you guys all of a sudden. Like, so
So,
badly that your phones will not stop vibrating.
Joe's going to he's going to disconnect the phone service, switch to his burner phone,
Okay.
and immediately, like, while he waits for any bureaucracy that's needing to happen, he's gonna arrange for the others to get sent burner phones. In the meantime,
Cool.
he's seen privacy breaches or like personal information breaches before. He's just worried about the other stuff that may have been leaked.
Okay.
But he doesn't have time for that right now.
Okay, so in a short 20 minutes, a couple security guards come in, as well as a nurse, and the doctor says, "Okay, so I'm going to tell the patient that we're going to take him in for a treatment. The way you've described it, it doesn't sound invasive, which is pretty much the only reason that I'm going ahead with this. But yeah, are you ready? Do you need anything?"
Yeah. Joe takes a deep breath, just to just a deep breath, and a moment. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. He walks up and he says, "Hey, Joe, how are you feeling today?" Scald, could you stop coughing directly into your mic? You keep blowing the
Sorry.
speakers out with it.
Sorry, thought I was muted.
You were not. That's the second time. Cut it out. Anyway, so he says, "Hey, Joe, how are you feeling today?" And Joe says, "Worse." And the doctor goes, "Yeah." So this guy here, your dad has asked him to come by, and it sounds like he might have something that we're going to try to make you feel a bit better. Are you okay with that? And Joe looks at the doctor and looks at his dad and looks back at the doctor, and he asks the doctor, "Is that okay?" And the doctor says, "I think it's okay." And Joe says, "Okay, let's do it." And then they take the brakes off the wheels on the bed he's in, and they wheel him down the hall, down a couple floors, and you guys get to a unused surgery. An
Ailment
OR.
rectifying method.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that.
Do a medicine roll.
In the
All right.
meantime,
Yeah.
So as soon as he leaves the room, Nora says, "Well, good seeing you again," and goes to another patient's room.
Okay,
Mercy.
I'm gonna go with Joe.
Great. So you leave without saying anything to her, and
No,
she just goes about her day.
No, I said goodbye, but also I hurried after Joe.
Joe, add an extra die to your roll, please. The pattern spiders want this kid to be fine. 2 dice to the roll, please.
Oh, okay. 2 dice. Joe,
3 dice to the roll, which is the maximum.
Okay, Joe's gonna stunt this.
Yeah, please do stunt this.
So, the procedure doesn't require anesthetic. It doesn't require invasive surgery. It's nothing. It's like is that correct? It's like he's using the radiology equipment, maybe.
So you're using a special method of bathing that will purify the humors in the bone, which will correct the leukemia. So it
This is
requires you to
hard.
treat him with water, something that's cleansing, like common soap, as well as intoning specific prayers in order to make him feel better. It's kind of encouraging the body to fight, to notice the intruder and fight against it. But
Okay.
not being invasive and not using a real medical procedure does make it more difficult, so I'm adding 2 to the difficulty.
Sounds good.
George, is there a way I can assist with this roll?
Yeah, I'd say so. I'll let you add... So you also make an intelligence and medicine roll, and I'll let
Okay.
you add your successes as dice to Joe's roll.
Okay.
Cool. Full of cooperation. Cool. Joe's gonna stunt this. He's shaking his
All right,
head.
you
at-
get 3 dice of stun.
Cool.
You said
What?
you were going to stunt it, so...
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Joe, on the way to the surgery room, Joe kind of like makes a point of connecting at least a little bit with this kid, because damned if he's going to like get people's hopes up and not connect with them as a human being. He kind of just like starts with, "Hello, I'm called Joe as well. Sounds like Mercy was a little better company than your average adult. I'll try to measure up." And he just kind of tries to connect with the kid,
Okay.
reassure the parent, and when he gets there, asking for like soap, distilled water. I guess no need for that. And he gets started.
Ivermectin.
Oh no. No, specifically, can I refluff this, because the prayers. There was a time when Joe was a very religious boy. Actually, he
Mhm.
was raised in a specific faith, but prayers have been a difficult topic for him. So instead, he's using specific tones which feel spiritual to him.
Sure.
Ones which shake the world in all of the right ways that encourage purity, healing, and a return to what is good, what is right for the body, for the soul, for the mind. With these tones, he kind of like sees the pattern of of his patient's biology slowly correcting itself against his own beliefs. He believes that something divine really is reaching into this room, and a single tear comes to Joe's eyes, which he dashes away before it can fall into the purified water and the soap.
Okay, I'll give you a point to stun for that.
Cool. So that is 1 additional die for the stunt.
Yes.
What did Mercy give? 3?
3, yeah. and the pattern spiders granted you 3.
Yep.
I'm increasing the difficulty, but you don't have to worry about that.
Oh shit! I didn't do the greater than 7 thing, but 1, 2,
139. Wow, that's a lot of
5,
successes.
6, 7, 8,
Joe
9,
cures all
10, 11, 12 successes.
the world.
12 successes. God damn. Okay, so you wash this child, making his body more clean, and you intone the tones to him, making his spirit more clean, and you see him breathe deeply. And as he exhales, you see a black smoke curling out of the corners of his mouth onto the ground, where it dissipates. The doctor sees this and looks over at the camera to make sure it's recording, and then looks back and starts scribbling fiercely in a tablet that he's got with him while watching the vitality monitors that the child is hooked up to. The kid looks at you with a look of wonder on his face and says, "I hurt less."
Joe actually cries in this moment, and he says, "I'm so glad." And he steps back. He kind of almost collapses into a seat that's available near the corner of the room or something, and he just stares at the floor for a second,
Okay.
trembling a little bit.
Okay.
And as would a man who's had a powerful spiritual experience.
For the rest of the day, pretty much, you're bounced between the doctor demanding to know how the thing that you did worked, not really believing, double and triple checking every vital he can pull, and the father thanking you profusely and actually praying to you, which feels weird because he prays to you and you can feel his faith as motes that you're getting back. Whenever you're not in the room with him, he's thanking you in his prayers.
Wow.
And as this goes on for some time, we're going to skip over to tomorrow.
Tiger time.
Early in the morning, I need everyone to roll... sorry, one second. I need everyone to roll... wits and integrity.
Wits and integrity.
Yeah.
Is this a flat roll or?
Mm-hmm.
And I have something.
Is regarding warping wild energy out of sheer curiosity.
Yeah, I also.
That would be telling, but no, it isn't.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
okay, 'cause
Sam.
I got it, so.
Okay, Sam, Darius, James,
Shit.
Oof, Ben. Mercy apparently rolled the most successes poorly. All right, so everyone wakes up in the morning, and for a brief moment, you feel something external to you attempting to change something about you. Ben, you don't notice shit.
Huh.
James, the back of your neck, the hairs stand on end. This is not wild energy, Mercy. You cut out there, so we just heard, "Ah!"
What the fuck?
Yeah, immediately something feels wrong.
Despite the fact that we're all in different places.
Yep.
Ben's not even phased. He's just chilling. I'm guessing him and James are already on their way to India.
Actually, when you wake up in the morning, you find that guy from yesterday is back.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll go open the door.
Okay, he says, hey, I know we didn't leave off in a great place yesterday, but I really could use your help. I'm pretty sure you're the only one who's gonna believe us. Who's gonna believe me? Sorry, that was the Jorb fuck up, not this guy.
Yep.
And I would just really like your support. If it's money, like I don't know how much more I could offer you, but like I'll do whatever you need. Do you need me to like go to your church thing or?
What are you
Ben
talking
walks up
about?
into the doorway and he's like, hell no.
Ben, you've never seen this man before in your life.
James, who's this?
This is the guy we got the letter about yesterday.
He's like,
Oh,
yeah,
which one? There was a lot of letters.
The one about the parent who was murdered. There was a mother, you know? He blogged.
Oh, the big dog thing that he said he saw? Oh, okay.
He's like,
my
yeah,
condolences.
I know it sounds crazy, but I just, please, you have to take
Man,
me seriously.
Man, with the shit I've seen, I believe you. It's just, we got a lot on our plate right now.
Hold up. Did you send the information I asked for?
What? What are you talking about? You said you were busy and you couldn't help me, but like,
No.
you help people, right?
James gets a bad feeling. Okay. To my knowledge, you came yesterday. Is that correct?
Yeah, and you said you were busy, you had a tiger or something.
And I gave you a card with an email address on it. Yes?
No. Wait, I don't want to email someone. I need help.
Okay. Fuck. This is... Okay. James is gonna bring him in the
Okay.
house and have him sit down in the kitchen and pass him a piece of paper and be like, write down all of the information about your situation.
He's like, all right, I will, but look, I know this doesn't help my case, but there's really the incident was really spotty. I saw something. I'm pretty sure that I don't know, messed me up or something, and
I understand.
I'll do my best. Just please take me seriously.
I'm going to take you seriously.
Okay.
You have my word.
Okay. And he starts writing.
Okay. I'm gonna call everybody.
Okay. Who are you starting with?
Mercy.
All right.
Whose phone is off.
Uh huh.
Darius.
Phone
Yep.
is off.
No.
Wait, you left your phone on?
Yep.
Just let it ring.
You have hundreds of missed calls.
That's okay. Did they stop eventually?
No.
Okay. I'm going to look into a software to auto block any number that I don't have already put into my phone.
Okay, great. You find an app pretty quickly.
Cool. I install that. I'll answer James's phone call.
Okay.
Hey D. I had a really weird situation just crop up, and I blah at him.
Okay.
So he doesn't remember a thing, but I do. I remember giving him my.
Yeah.
You were standing right beside me.
Yeah,
remember
you
this,
did.
right?
You did. You said he didn't remember anything at all?
That's
Yeah.
okay,
He
MB.
thinks that we gave him the.
No, it's not Blackthorn. But the reporter that James assigned to the project
Okay.
was killed by it.
So are we worried that something else was in our house then?
I'm just trying to come to terms with. I mean, he doesn't seem like crazy or anything, does he? Like,
He
didn't think so.
absolutely does seem crazy, yeah. Not like he's weird or disjointed, but the things he is saying don't fit in reality at all. And also, you helped this motherfucker yesterday, and he's here today claiming you didn't. It's not... Yeah, which is the wits and integrity role, because when it kills someone, that person ceases... Exactly.
So I'm
it was
guessing we're gonna have
unsuccessful
to
in
delay
rewriting
our
their
trip to
memories.
India.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh. Can you maybe like could you maybe like call the conservationists and
Yeah.
I don't know, ask them to not kill the tiger?
Yes, Ben. I will. I will
Get
do
there.
I will do what I can. Okay. Let me know if you experience anything strange, Darius. This is...
No, they have a different one.
I don't know.
I had a weird feeling.
The guy beneath him basically was promoted
I
up.
can't really explain it.
Yeah, I'll share my similar experience this
Okay.
morning.
Ben, you had no such feeling.
Yeah, no, you're like, eh.
You had some gas early in the morning, but I don't know if you're comfortable talking about that.
Okay.
Actually, wait, you're an exalt. No, you didn't.
No.
I'll conference call Joe if
'Kay.
he's...
I believe Mercy just said that Joe and Mercy returned to the compound late at night.
Okay. I'll
yeah.
go wake him
and
up.
besides, conference call on what phones? Because we've got constant calls.
Right. Okay, well, if you're at the compound, I'll go shake you out of bed.
All right. They-
Sure. That'll happen.
Okay. So you guys actually woke up when that feeling passed over you, even if only for a minute. But you remember it quite distinctly because it felt weird, very weird.
Joe has not rolled yet.
Oh, yeah. Please.
I rolled.
Yeah, you did.
Didn't I roll at the top?
He got 2 successes.
I just rolled not using the character.
Yeah,
sheet,
you
which
just
was-
rolled 4d10, which I assume is
Okay.
his wits and integrity.
That is correct.
I just saw 26 and I was very confused.
Oh,
Yeah,
right,
he got
keep
26
doing that.
successes. He's fine. Leave him alone.
I have to specialize very hard for that.
That's not a bad thing to specialize.
True. Currently not very specialized. Anyway, no, Joe kind of is up and about.
Okay. So, anyone else get, like, a weird, gross feeling?
Aside from being disconnected from the ability to call and be called, did everybody get their burner phones at this point then? This is tomorrow, right?
Yeah, but you got home technically extremely early. You were home around 4 a.m.
Okay, makes sense.
Can I pass on the app thing that I did to James?
Sure.
Seeing as Darius is likely out of town at this point.
Sure.
So I do that, just so that James is aware that the app exists, and I'll send him a link to it.
Okay. This one is specifically open source to protect, to prevent, like, abuse of your information.
Right. Sorry guys, I'm a little lost here. I don't know what to do with this information.
Jordan, would either Joe or I have gotten more of a feeling with more successes?
No, you
The
just
same.
whatever that was, it didn't affect you. You only needed 1 success, so everyone except Ben was not affected.
Ben's a lizard person now.
Okay, first of all, skink person, and second of all, no, he's not. He's fine.
Stop. We have 5 minutes. Let's go.
Okay.
Joe shakes his head. I had a strange feeling, but I didn't detect any change.
Me too. I woke up and had the weird feeling and then went back to bed.
Did anyone other than the 5 of us have this feeling? Have any of you texted someone?
I haven't had any weird feelings. Are people having weird feelings?
Poor Ben.
James is gonna check the news.
Okay. It's
Hey.
the normal schlock. OANN said something controversial. The Fox News thing is still news. The world seems to be improving. There's some pieces that look like puff pieces, but they're actually front page news. But the world goes on, just like normal.
Okay.
Any new information about the tiger?
It's killed again.
Damn it! I need to go deal with this tiger.
Okay.
Okay.
So for those pattern spiders not in the know, that tiger is actually
Well,
part of the main quest.
In that case, I'm
And if
just
they don't
gonna
focus on it, it's gonna get
file
worse.
that under what the fuck and get on with my day.
Okay, so you're not gonna text anyone else? Maybe send an email? Nothing?
I'll check in with Abigail and Samuel.
Cool. Abigail's fine. And Samuel, all of his contacts are not in your phone anywhere.
What?
Yeah, you don't have his number, his email, nothing.
I'll ask fucking Abigail where the hell Samuel is.
Abigail straight up doesn't know who you're talking about.
Hey, you guys remember my buddy Samuel, right?
Abigail actually teases you a bit and says that you're growing old and senile.
Yeah, why
Do
wouldn't
we
I
remember Sama?
Nope, Ben, you've never heard of this person.
No.
Everyone else, if you have heard of Samuel, you've heard of Samuel.
Yeah, I met Samuel. I bought him a birthday present.
I'll show Mercy the texts from Abby.
One of them is a picture of a butt, while you, James, know that's not Abigail's butt.
Jay, dude.
I meant the thing about Samuel.
Uh-huh. Sure. What the fuck?
Ben just looks over their shoulders. Nice ass.
Thanks, bud.
Walks away.
I'm gonna
Joe-
try. Sorry, Joe. Go ahead.
I don't think that was Joe.
Oh, sorry, that was Joe. Joe has been actually communicating back and forth with Samuel a lot about trying to set up a specific network.
You also don't have any contact information for him anymore.
But I'm but Joe's very confused. My system should be quite well inured to any kind of selective erasure. What is this?
I'd like to go grab my laptop and check my records.
Okay, you can find no mention of a man named Samuel anywhere in your records. You can find a mention of you promoting a new head of research, but it was some other guy you don't really recognize. You think he might be an employee of The Last Word, but it's grown so much recently, it's hard to keep track.
Does anyone inform me of this?
Yes.
Sorry, what was that, Darius? You sound like you're across the hallway from your mic.
I asked if anyone informed me of this.
Okay.
Just because I'm not there in person.
Okay.
I'm going to say maybe we should call Adam and, unfortunately, a talkathon.
I don't want to talk to a talkathon.
I'll call Adam if you call a talkathon.
The phone's in the house. I'll tell them wherever I put the phone last, likely in the workshop. Likely
Okay.
not in the workshop, actually. Workshop's a bad place for that phone to be. Just somebody not
What
in
are you
the
talking
workshop.
about?
Literally anywhere other than the workshop.
It's in a lead box, buried under the foundation.
If you think that the creator of the soul needs human tools to work, I have some fucking news for you.
Hey, Joe has another tack to take before we end for the night. He is actually going to look into all of the things that he's worked with Samuel on, because currently they're in the process of building a network
1
of
minute,
things that
Blackthorn.
used to be hostels, but which now are becoming places of learning.
Sure. So none of those things you worked on with Samuel. You worked on a variety of different people to get these set up, all of which you recognize and all of which are extremely plausible. They're and you just don't remember working with any of them in these specific areas. But you've got email chains showing that you were working with them. It's even in your writing style. We're gonna end it there for tonight.
Motherfucker, you blew up my goddamn researcher!
I didn't do shit. You said, and I quote, "This is below us. I'm gonna subcontract it out. I'm sure this isn't a big deal." And then you sent a man to whatever happened to him. Dude, what was the sentence I asked you to remember?
You can't get any deader.
No, that wasn't it. It was the one
Oh.
after that.
Oh, I only remembered get
Okay.
deader.
Regardless, I am not confirming anything about him, but it is the end of the night, which means thank you everyone for joining us. We will be doing the same thing we do every week, which is we're going to do votes. My players can vote for who they thought that their favorite player of the night was based on who had the most butt pics on their phone or whatever, and the pattern spiders get to pick their bestie of the night. So let me just set that up, and we're going to start with Sam. Who would you like to vote for?
I would like to vote for Ben because Tiger.
That was pretty good. All right. Ben, who would you, or sorry, Witch, who would you like to vote for?
And remember to put your votes in the chat.
Please. Thank you.
I wish I could vote for the tiger, but no, I'm gonna vote for James for inadvertently getting one of his old employees probably murdered.
I didn't say that. It's not a thing I said. All right.
Uh-huh.
So one for Tiger and one for sending a conscript to die. Mercy. Aki. Oh my god, I'm terrible at this today. Aki.
I realized I was muted for a sec. So I'm voting Ben, mainly because with the tiger and then sad Ben noises. But props to James for having the sidereals take Sam.
Oh, is that what happened? Just so
Yeah.
you know,
Sorry.
the
Not mass guessing yet, but sure.
the pattern spiders are disappointed no one started eating humans in solidarity with the tiger. That was, I don't know who's gonna win the vote tonight, but that pattern spider is my favorite. All right, Scald.
I'm going to vote for Joaquin for curing leukemia with soap.
I mean, he didn't cure it yet,
Okay, well,
but he got 12 successes, so it's gonna be like a week.
treating leukemia with soap
And humming.
thoughts and prayers.
Soap and humming.
Soap and humming. All right,
His
fair
version of
enough.
Top Bears.
Sue Crown, my friend.
I'm gonna vote for James for unknowingly getting one of his friends erased from existence.
All right, fair enough. So let's see. We got James, Ben, Joe, James. Am I missing one? Yes.
Yeah, I think I forgot to.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope.
No, I
No,
already
I
did.
needed.
Yeah.
I need Sam. Thank you. So 2 for Ben, 2 for James, 1 for Joe.
Ben technically didn't do a whole
Hey.
lot.
Ben, how much XP do you have?
As of right now,
Yes.
35.
And how much solar XP?
27.
Okay, and that's not your total. That's what you have available, right?
Yes.
Okay. James, how about you?
I have 5 regular XP and 0 solar XP.
I'm guessing
left.
you just spent a lot.
I've been spending constantly, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to tie break in favor of, you know what, I'm in a good mood. You can both have a point of solar XP. Congratulations.
Yay!
Thanks.
Did absolutely jack shit and still got a point.
On that note, the Pattern Spiders BFF for the night, their best friend forever for now, is Ben for, and I quote, tiger, 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 tiger.
Yeah. He's still gonna want to go save that tiger.
You gotta save the tiger that's killed
Gotta save
dozens
the
of people.
tiger. Gotta save the people.
Dozens and dozens of people have died from this tiger. And you're
Yeah,
like,
but
gotta save
animal.
that tiger, man.
Gotta save that tiger, man.
Also, one of the Pattern Spiders said, my son has leukemia, please help. Joe, thoughts and prayers.
Is that hashtag thoughts and prayers or just regular thoughts and prayers?
Oh, sorry, it was hashtag from the Pattern Spider, yeah.
Good. I just wanted to make sure because there's a very distinct difference.
Yeah. No, Pattern Spiders, I'm not saying the tiger is the tiger from earlier in history. I'm saying it's a repeat of earlier in history. Anyway, yeah, it's time for my favorite part of the night, wild mass guessing. So, I started on the left, I'm going to start on the right tonight, but for those who aren't aware, at the end of every session, I ask my players what they know is going on in the story to, so that I can tell them that they're right, no matter what they guess. So we're going to start with Mr. Crown, Soup Crown.
So this one's not really in line with the story, more so in line with the party. I've now learned that to get away with murder in the party's eyes, I just need to have a squadron of tigers. Tiger murder is okay as long as we rehabilitate them afterwards.
Now that you
That's
put
everything.
it that way.
All right, fair enough. I can 100% confirm that, and for once, I'm not just being a shit about it. All right, Scald, can you breathe long enough to wild mass guess? Oh, good, you can.
Well, aside from Thanos snapping fucking Samuel out of existence,
I mean, it's probably... oh, sorry, are you saying it was literally Thanos who did that?
yes, literally.
Correct, yes. I'm amazed you came up with that. I thought that was well hidden.
So, out of character, I think that, well, considering you've brought the mages in, I think Mr. Baker was killed by a werewolf to bring in the werewolf book. And I think that Darius is right that the Siderials got Samuel.
Okay. I think it was Aki who said that, but yes.
Pardon me. Either them or the techno.
Technocracy?
That's the one.
Yeah, 100% correct. All of it is true. I'm amazed you figured all that out. You were saying something?
Nope, that's me.
All right. Aki, what's happening?
Well, I specifically said that this character was my catharsis for having functional parents. So you've moved my trauma onto James, and James is now having everyone in his life being written out of existence.
I mean,
it's
one
not-
guy.
Yeah, it's not killing his mom and setting his house on fire, but close.
What game do you think we're playing? Demon?
Game do you think you're playing?
We'll get to that.
So your wild mass guessing is
Is you're a fuck.
I 100% confirm that because this is wild mass guessing.
Yeah. Bald?
Bald. All right. In that case, hey witch, say something nice so I don't cry later.
Fuck you.
You know, that's kind, but I'm married.
Oh, fuck your wife then.
I mean, if she's into
my-
it, I don't know.
My mass guessing.
Uh-huh.
Dagon has kidnapped Samuel,
Okay.
and the man-eating tiger is going to be rehabilitated and become Ben's pet.
Okay. Yep. 100% correct. Dagon went after the guy that you don't know very well, and the tiger is actually just a friend in waiting.
Yes. Friend in waiting. Ben's going to go to India and give him a big hug, and it'll make everything better.
Yeah, totally.
No Darius. Not allowed to eat people.
All right, Sam, what's your wild mess guessing here?
Okay, so I think everybody's way off base. I don't think the Sidereals got Samuel. I think Samuel is now a Sidereal.
Oh, okay. So Sam just ascended, is what happened. He exalted.
Yeah, well, yeah, he exalted. It would fit.
Okay.
So yeah, Sidereals have this thing called Arcane Fate that literally does exactly what you've described. Anyway,
Arcane Fate
well,
relies on the fact that the mass constellation was broken. Is
It's
that
true.
on Earth?
But the question is that on Earth, and does it affect Sidereals outside of creation? Who knows?
Good question.
Because after all,
Anyway,
Sidereals- yeah.
I want to
The
leave you
Sidereals
guys
are
with a
broken.
thought before we take off tonight. Have you heard of the Cassandra effect? Or the
Yes.
Cassandra curse?
Yes.
For those who don't know, I'm going to explain it to the pattern spiders because it's always better to explain things to a crowd. The Cassandra curse is based on a Greek myth about this lady named Cassandra who would always prophesy the truth, but was cursed to never be believed.
Oh.
I don't bring that up for any reason.
Jordan,
Yes.
invoking the Cassandra curse. Apollo is a great lover in bed and gets many bitches.
Also EXP.
Also EXP. All right. Well, you don't get
Also,
any
we don't
EXP,
get XP.
because Apollo is just fine. Fuck you. All right. Apollo plays Elden Ring, has 2 minutes logged, got told he has no maidens, and fucking quit the game angry. Anyway, okay, so for XP, you guys can have. I think you can have 2 regular XP and 4 soul.
Ooh.
Except for the people who got extras. So Ben, you get a bonus XP and solar, and James, you get
Yeah.
Oh, excuse
I-
me, an extra solar, I believe.
One more solar XP, please,
For what?
so that I get to Essence too. God damn it!
Granted, you get an
solar
extra solar XP.
Does it have
Yay!
to be solar XP to get to
No,
SST,
it doesn't.
or is it just general?
Also, never mind. I take it back. How dare you? However, unrelated to that statement, you gain a point of regular XP because the pattern spiders took pity on your begging.
Oh, thanks, guys. You're the
And
best.
big.
So, I didn't bring up the Cassandra curse for any reason. I just like Greek myth.
Yeah, and
And
Apollo's an excellent lover and gets many bitches.
I'm sorry, I just don't believe that. Apollo must be gay as fuck. Sorry, gay as fuck. Sorry, my apologies.
Sorry, to clarify, it's not just the solar, it's both combined
No.
for Essence? Okay.
You get 1
yeah.
solar from the vote. You get
Yes.
1 bonus XP from the pattern spiders.
Sure.
And for
No, I
me,
meant-
you
Not
get.
what he's asking.
I meant to level up. Like your Essence.
What do you
You
mean?
have-
Get Essence 2. You
In-
need to
in
have
order to
had
get
at least
Essence 2, you-
50.
Yeah.
You need to have a
50
combined
XP
total of 50 EXP.
Oh, well then I've been Essence 2 for a while. Fuck. Okay, never mind.
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
no,
now that I
okay,
think
combined
about it.
total between normal and solar?
No, sorry, it's just normal. You're right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, ooh, that was dangerous.
I was like, I'm almost Essence 3 here.
I was about. Yeah. Okay, then I'm not an Essence 2.
Aki's just like, I get Essence 6 and ascend to a higher plane of existence. Anyway, I think that is it for tonight, guys. As always, I appreciate you all very much. I wanna leave you with something fun for tonight. two things. One, the main plot was in here somewhere. And two,
Tiger.
yeah, it was the fucking.
Lady Tiger.
Oh my god. And two, you're blue booking. All right, Exalts. When do you
Sure.
plan to follow up on the murder that just got real weird?
Pretty much as soon as I can.
Within the next couple of days.
Yes.
Define
Okay.
that.
Sometime.
For the course of the next couple of days. Like,
That's
I-
gotta happen on stream. So
Yeah.
tell me when you start investigating it. I would like to point out, one of your friends was just deleted from existence.
Yes.
Sorry, I
Mercy. No.
right fucking now.
No.
Okay,
Today.
cool. We'll pick up from where we left off. I'm laying the blame at Scald's feet, and we're gonna end it there. So,
Wanted to go
should I
save
be
the
here next
tiger.
session?
sorry?
I'm not in the city.
You should be here next session, yes.
Okay, because if we're starting it today,
'Cause
and
I'm
it's the
doing-
stream.
I'm gonna talk to you off stream, and we'll talk about what happens, and then you can
Okay.
insert yourself back into the story. So anyway, that's gonna be it for us for tonight. I will be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to do some more Elden Ring, which I'm super stoked for. We're getting near the end, and I just beat Melania, and I feel fucking good. I made a fucking clip about it. Okay. Anyway, we'll be back tomorrow, like I said, and until next time, I think that's going to be it for us. Say goodbye, everybody.
Save the
No.
tiger.
Bye.
All right, Bibbles.